voting underway in many states, prompting long lines like this scene in North Carolina, which began early voting yesterday. Its neighbor to the south does early voting a little differently, using absentee ballots. South Carolina is actually on track to break absentee voting records, with about 15 to 20% more voters involved in the absentee process than at this time in 2012, according to election officials. Matt Moore is the chairman of South Carolina's Republican Party, where you are observing what is happening there. What does it tell you?
I think voters are very excited across the country and here in South Carolina. As you said, 15 to 20% ahead of the pace in 2012. In 2012 here, about 400,000 people voted absentee. It's an encouraging sign for Republicans. And across the country, in states like Florida, 1 million votes cast already. We're up by 9%. North Carolina leading. In other states, including Georgia, 25% increases there compared to 2012. Cutting in the margins in Ohio and in Iowa. It's a very, very encouraging sign for the Republican Party.
And you probably saw we were just running a banner there that 1 million absentee ballots have been cast in Florida. Let's talk about that state and Florida voters and what we are seeing there. Republicans, the state reported 989,000 plus Floridians had cast absentee ballots, all right? So those are the numbers. So far, Republicans accounting for 42% and Democrats 40% of the votes made so far there. Your take on what we're seeing in Florida, Matt?
Well, that's very good news for Marco Rubio and Donald Trump and Mike Pence. I talked to some strategists this morning in Florida. This race will be contested basically south of Orlando, in neighborhoods and door to door. There, I found Marco Rubio's campaign. I'm very excited. Of course, over the next 18 days, we'll see what happens. But I have some confidence there in Florida for the Republicans.
And this didn't just happen by mistake, or it wasn't. This was a concerted effort to get people out to vote early.
Yeah, our party particularly has invested majorly over the last 4 years in data, digital, analytics, the things that give candidates success, giving them all the tools they need to be successful. Here in South Carolina, the Republican Party signed about 250,000 absentee applications. So far, we've gotten back tens of thousands of those. We believe of the 48,000 or so votes cast already here in South Carolina for president, that we lead by a significant margin. So we're very confident going to Election Day.
So with just 18 days left to go until Election Day, you do wonder, though, and there is a conversation going on right now because of these trends that we are seeing and record numbers of people voting early. Is that good for the process? Because, you know, a lot of minds can be changed in a couple weeks and a lot still can happen.
Well, I think from a party perspective, we believe we can compete with the Democrats not only in the mechanics out there in the field, but also on message. And with the policies our party's putting forth, especially in these contested Senate races, where every single vote's going to matter in Florida. It's going to matter in Florida, Ohio, out across the country. So, like, I've got no problem with early voting. I think Republicans should get on board with more early voting and absentee voting. We can compete out there and win these elections.
All right, Matt Moore, chairman of the South Carolina Republican Party. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.